Stress isn't always some big heart-pounding crisis. For a lot of us, especially over 40, it's more like a quiet whisper, something we easily mistake for just, well, getting older. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the subtle, hidden signs of stress that often fly completely under the radar.
Have you ever had those days, you know the ones, where you just feel completely drained or just off, but you can't for the life of you figure out why? It's so easy to just blame it on a busy week or think, well, this is just what happens. But what if there's something else going on?
And that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today, the hidden weight of stress. It's this quiet, constant pressure that feels so much like a normal part of life, a normal part of aging, that we don't even see it. But trust me, it's affecting us way more than we realize.
So what is this hidden stress exactly? Look, it's not the stress you feel after a huge dramatic event. It's that chronic, low-grade hum in the background. It shows up in ways we totally dismiss, like a bad night's sleep, an upset stomach, or chalking it all up to just one of those days.
A lot of the time, our bodies are the very first to send up a flare. They have this amazing, though sometimes annoying, way of showing our emotional strain through physical signals. Signals that are just way too easy to ignore.
So sign number one is probably the most common one out there, constant fatigue. And I'm not talking about feeling a little tired after a long day at work. This is different. It's deeper.
See, this isn't the kind of tiredness that a good night's sleep or a healthy meal can fix. Stress-related fatigue is this bone-deep energy drain that just sticks with you all day. It's your body telling you that chronic stress is slowly siphoning off your reserves, even if you feel mentally okay.
All right, next up, trouble sleeping. I mean, how many times have you heard someone say, "Oh, I just don't sleep like I used to"? We assume it's just a part of getting older, but a lot of the time, it's actually a major red flag for hidden stress.
And here's the kicker. Even if you're not lying there consciously worrying about something, a stressed-out mind is still buzzing. It's planning, it's processing, it's problem-solving. It's like your brain is running a marathon while you're trying to sleep, which keeps your body from getting that deep, restorative rest it desperately needs.
Stress can also pull up a chair at your dinner table. And what's really sneaky about this one is that it can pull you in two completely opposite directions.
So you might find you have zero interest in food. Nothing sounds good. Or you might be on the other end, finding yourself reaching for snacks and comfort foods way more than usual. Either one of these big shifts can be a quiet signal from your body that something's up.
Okay, this next one is so important because it gets dismissed all the time. We're talking about actual body pain that just seems to show up out of nowhere with no clear physical reason for it.
That nagging tension in your neck that never goes away, that relentless ache in your lower back, that queasy feeling in your stomach. These aches are absolutely real. They're not just in your head. When our minds are holding on to too much pressure, our bodies often end up physically carrying that weight for us.
But it's not just our bodies that feel the strain, right? This hidden stress also creates these subtle but really significant shifts in how we think and feel.
Do you ever feel like your brain is just full? Like there's no more room in there? That's what we call brain fog. And it's a classic sign of an overloaded mind. And I want to reassure you, it's not always a sign of some serious memory decline.
So, if you're misplacing your keys more often, walking into a room and forgetting why you went in there, or struggling to find the right word in a conversation, it might not be your memory that's failing you. Sometimes, it's simply your brain trying to juggle way too much at once.
Now this next one can creep in so quietly you barely notice it. It's when you start losing interest in things you used to enjoy, like getting together with friends or family. It is so easy to just write this off as being too tired or too busy. But a lot of the time, the real reason is just emotional overload. When you're dealing with all this quiet static, the idea of connecting with other people can feel like a chore instead of a joy. So we just gently pull away. And finally, we have what might be the most subtle sign of all. It's that vague but persistent feeling that you just don't feel like yourself lately, and you can't put your finger on why.
Maybe you're a little snappier than usual, more irritable. Or maybe there's this kind of low-grade sadness that just hangs around. The most important thing to get here is that you might not feel consciously stressed out, but your body and your emotions are definitely picking up on the fact that something is off balance.
Okay, so recognizing these signs, that's the first huge step. Now, what can we actually do about it? The good news is the solutions don't have to be big or complicated. Let's look at some really simple, gentle ways to start dialing down those stress levels.
Look,
These don't require massive changes to your life. We're talking about small, grounding actions. Just a few slow, deep breaths, a 10-minute walk outside, putting on some calm music. These are things you can build into your day to get a little bit of balance back. They are so gentle, totally safe, and honestly, surprisingly effective.
And all of this really brings us to our final and most important point. All of these signs, all of these solutions, they all hinge on one simple thing: the power of your own awareness. It's about learning to listen to yourself.
I really want to leave you with this thought, because it just perfectly captures everything we've talked about. The fatigue, the aches, the brain fog, these are all messages from your body. By learning to notice these quiet signs, you're not just putting a name to your stress, you are taking the first and most powerful step toward feeling calmer, lighter, and more like yourself again. So, what's your body trying to tell you?